Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be doing some question based on adjoint and inverse of a matrix, and after that I will be telling you the method of solving linear equation by matrix method. So let us start, children. Okay, the first question. Question is, if A is equal to matrix, if A is equal to matrix 5, 3, minus 1, minus 2 satisfies the equation x square minus 3x minus 7 is equal to 0, then find A inverse. This is the question. If A is equal to matrix 5, 3, minus 1, minus 2 satisfies the equation x square minus 3x minus 7 is equal to 0, then the question is find out A inverse. Hence find A inverse. Now see this, if this matrix A satisfies the given equation, that means you need to show here, we need to show that A square minus 3A minus 7 is equal to 0. Or you can write A square minus 3A minus 7I is equal to null matrix. So this is what we are going to prove. In my earlier video I have already told how to do this. So what is the procedure? You will find out A square, you will find out 3A and 7I. You will be placing the value there itself in the left hand side and open the bracket, you will be simplifying it, subtracting the terms, and then finally the result should be a null matrix. So let us go for this, and the second part we'll do later on. What is that? Find A inverse. That means this particular result we'll be using and we'll find out A inverse. So let us start, children. Okay, so the left hand side, the question is to prove A square minus 3A minus 7I is equal to null matrix. Let us take the left hand side, LHS. A square minus 3A minus 7I. This is the left hand side. Substitute the value. What is A? A is 5, 3, minus 1, minus 2 into matrix 5, 3, minus 1, minus 2. Minus 3 times A, so it's 3 times A. 5, 3, minus 1, minus 2. Minus 7 times I, so it's 7 times 1, 0, 0, 1. Let us find out the value of each and every term. Now see the very first one, it's A square multiplying the 2 matrix. So let us do the multiplication. So the procedure you are already knowing. So it's 5 into 5, 25, minus 3, it's 22. Moving to the next row, this is minus 5 plus 2, it's minus 3. The next column, 5 3 is a 15, 15 minus 6 is 9. This is minus 3 plus 4, it's 1. So A square is, we have obtained A square. Now what about 3 times this matrix? Scalar multiplication, this 3 will be multiplied to each and every element. So it's 15, 9, minus 3, minus 6. The last one is the same thing, 7 you multiply to each and every term, that way it is 7, 0, 0, 7. Now see, in between each of the matrix minus sign is there, that means the entries at the position will be subtracted, and kindly check it. So it's 22 minus 15 minus 7, it's 0. 9 minus 9 minus 0, it's 0. Minus 3 plus 3, it's 0. 1 minus of minus 6, it's plus 7, minus 7, it's 0. That means this is coming the null matrix, that is the RHS. So the first part is done. Okay. Now what is the next question? The next part. Hence find A inverse. That means for finding out A inverse, you will be using this particular equation. Now see what is the procedure. This is the equation just now we have proved. A square minus 3A minus 7i is equal to null matrix. For finding the procedure of A inverse, for finding out A inverse, first of all we'll check determinant of A, whether A inverse exists or not. Now get the determinant value of this, 5, 3, minus 1, minus 2. So it's coming minus 10 plus 3. Minus 10 plus 3 means minus 7. This is not equal to 0. This definitely concludes that A inverse exists. After this, now this is the equation what we have already proved. Take this equation. We will be pre-multiplying or post-multiplying the given equation by A inverse. So here both the way you can do it. So let us go for pre-multiplication. So pre-multiplying equation 1 by A inverse. So this is equal to A inverse. A square you can write it as A into A, minus 3 can be out, and here you can write it as A inverse into A, minus 7 times A inverse into I, and this is equal to A inverse into null matrix. Now here we'll be applying the concept. When a matrix is multiplied to its inverse, when a matrix is multiplied to its inverse, the result is identity. When a matrix is multiplied to identity, the result is the matrix itself. When a matrix is multiplied to a null matrix, then the result is null matrix. So all these important concepts you will be requiring here. So according to that, you will be substituting the value. So here it is IA minus 3 times I minus 7 times A inverse is equal to null matrix. Now let us rearrange it. Now how to rearrange it? I into A is A minus 3 times I is equal to 7A inverse. And finally, for this particular question, you will be getting the formula for A inverse as 1 by 7 times A minus 3I. Okay, for this particular condition, this is the formula for A inverse. Now simply what to do? You will be substituting the value of A and 3I here, and finally multiply it by 1 by 7, and you will be getting the required answer of A inverse. So, okay, fine. This is equal to 1 by 7 times. Replace A by the given matrix. So it's 5, 3, minus 1, minus 2. Minus 3 times identity, it's 1, 0, 0, 1. So calculate it, simplify the bracket here. So this is equal to 1 by 7 times. So what the matrix here you will be getting, you can do it directly. So it's matrix, place a bracket. It's 5 minus of 3, it is 2. Entries at the position you will be subtracting. So it's 3 minus 3 into 0, it's 3. What about the second element? It's minus 1 minus 3 into 0, it's minus 1. Minus 2 minus 3, it's minus 5. So finally, here we are getting the answer of A inverse as 1 by 7 times 2, 3 minus 1 minus 5. So either you can write down the answer in this particular manner, or you can take this 1 by 7, multiply to each and every element of the given matrix. So that way also you can write the answer. Both the ways it is okay. You can leave the answer in this particular manner also, no problem. So I hope children the method is understood. See, if here the term hence is not mentioned, the question is simply that show that A square minus 3A minus 7I is equal to 0, and also find A inverse. Then it is not mandatory that you have to use this particular equation. Directly by using the formula also you can find out A inverse. So there you are getting choice. Either you use the condition which is given over and hence find A inverse, or directly you can go for the formula of A inverse. And what is the formula of A inverse? It's 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. So I hope children this is clear. But if suppose it is written over here hence, that means it is compulsory to use the condition what you have already proved. Okay, there if you are finding out A inverse by the formula, then the marks will be deducted there. Okay, so this is done. Now moving to the next question. The question is to find out matrix X. Question is to find out matrix X. Solve the matrix equation given matrix 5 4 1 1 X, this is equal to matrix 1 minus 2 1 3, where X is a 2 by 2 matrix, where X is a 2 by 2 matrix. So this is the question. You have to find out matrix X. Okay. Already the order of the matrix is given over. See here, let me remind you, this type of question already we have done. There, if you are going by the concept of multiplication, not going by the concept of inverse, then the procedure is you will take X matrix as A, B, C, D, put the matrix in the proper place, multiply it, apply the concept of equal matrices and get the unknown value A, B, C, D. This is one of the method. Second method is, as you have learned how to find out inverse, we can apply the concept of inverse here. So let us do by the second method. That means we will be using the concept of inverse of matrix in this particular question. Okay. Let this matrix be A. Let consider this matrix as A and this matrix as B. So here we are getting a matrix equation Ax is equal to B. Let it be equation 1. Okay. The question is to find out X matrix. That means you need to remove this A. And how to remove the A? Matrix A? When matrix A is multiplied to A inverse. So when a matrix is multiplied to its inverse, the result is identity. So using that particular concept, you can remove this A from this particular equation. But you know that A inverse you need to pre-multiply or post-multiply, but you have to check whether A inverse exists or not. So for checking whether A inverse exists or not, you need to find out determinant of A. So let us find out determinant of A first. So determinant of A means determinant 5 4 1 1. How to solve determinant of order 2? Product of diagonal minus off diagonal element. So multiplying it, 5 minus 4, it's coming as 1. That means not equal to 0. So you can write A inverse exists. Okay. Now equation 1 will be multiplying it by A inverse. Now the question is where to multiply? Pre or post? See here, post multiplication cannot be done. Why so? Just see here, if you are going for post multiplication, that means if you are multiplying the given equation by A inverse post multiplication, then this will be the result. Right hand side is not at all a problem, but see the left hand side, Ax A inverse. You know that in general matrix multiplication does not obey commutative property. So you cannot interchange the position. So here this post multiplication will be of no use. Okay? So now what to do? We'll go for pre-multiplication. So here pre-multiplying equation 1 by A inverse. So what we will get? A inverse Ax is equal to A inverse into B. Apply the concept here. Matrix when multiplied to its inverse, we get identity. So here you will get I into X is equal to A inverse into B, and finally you will get X as A inverse into B. Let it be equation 2. So the question was to find out matrix X. So we reach to a conclusion that matrix A is equal to A inverse into B. Okay, fine. Now you know the procedure of finding out A inverse. Get A inverse, multiply it by B, and that will give the required matrix X. Already we have calculated determinant of A. Now we need what? Adjoint of A. For writing down A inverse, you need adjoint. So for adjoint, what you need? Cofactor. So let us find out cofactor of matrix A. A matrix is here 5, 4, 1, 1. So let us find out the cofactor of all the elements. C11, this is plus. C12, it's minus 1. C21, it's minus 4. C22 is plus 5. I hope children you are knowing the method of finding out cofactor. Already I have explained this in the earlier video. You can go through that. So now let us write down the adjoint of the given matrix. So adjoint of A is the transpose of the cofactor matrix, but we are skipping that step and I will be writing down directly. So it's 1 minus 1 minus 4, 5. This is adjoint of A. After writing out adjoint of A, now we'll write down A inverse. What is A inverse? So write down the formula. It's 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. Determinant of A, it's 1. So substituting the value, and finally we get A inverse as 1 minus 4 minus 1, 5. Okay. Now take this value of A inverse, put it in equation 2. So put in 2. So finally we'll get the matrix X as X is equal to A inverse. So it's 1 minus 4 minus 1, 5 into B matrix is this matrix. So it's 1 minus 2, 1, 3. Now multiply the 2 matrix and get the answer for X. So multiplying it. Now you know it. You can do it in a very fast manner. So practice the question, practice multiplication, finding out cofactor. This all requires a lot of practice. So practice it. So it's 1 minus 4, it's coming minus 3. Minus 1 plus 5, it's 4. Moving to the next column, it's minus 2 minus 12, it's minus 14. Now the last row, last column, it's plus 2 plus 15, it's 17. So this is X and this is the answer. So this is the entire procedure. I hope children these are all clear to you. Okay. So this way we can find out unknown matrix X. Okay, next question. Next question. Now this is almost similar to the question what we have done just just now. If matrix A is equal to 4, 3, 2, 5. Question is find small x and small y. Small x and small y such that A square minus xa plus yi is equal to 0, and hence find A inverse, and hence find A inverse. Okay. So what to do? You will be finding all the terms whatever is required here in this condition. Since it is given that this A square minus xa plus yi is null matrix, so using this particular question you will be finding out the unknown value x and y. After getting the value of x and y, you will be putting here, and then using the concept you will find out A inverse. So here you have to use this particular equation for finding out A inverse. So let us start. Here A square minus x times A plus y times I is given as null matrix. Substitute the value. A square means 4, 3, 2, 5. into 4325 minus x times a, so it's x times 4325 plus y times I, so it's 1001, and the right hand side it's null matrix, so each and every entries are 0. Now we'll be simplifying the left hand side and we'll compare it with the right side, and finally you can get the value of x and y. Okay, fine. So let us multiply. So here it is 4 into 4 16 plus 6, it's 22. 2 4s are 8, 8 plus 10, it's 18. 4 3s are 12, 12 plus 15, it's 27. 2 3s are 6, 6 plus 25, it's 31. Here it is 4x, 3x, 2x, 5x. This is y, 0, 0y, and the right hand side is 0, 0, 0, 0. It is not that you have to calculate it completely. You can compare also the entries, you need to compare. So see here what you will get. 27 minus 3x is equal to 0. So this is what you will be getting when you will compare the first row second column element. So from here you can directly get the value of x as 9. Okay. One more comparison you do, and that way you will be getting the answer. So the next compare is whatever you feel easy, you can go for that. So let us go for this. 22 minus 4x plus y is equal to 0. So 22 minus 4x plus y is equal to 0. Substitute the value of x here. So it's 22 minus 4 9s are 36 plus y is equal to 0. Now calculate here. So the value of y is equal to 14. So I hope children this technique is understood. Left hand side and right hand side you need to compare it. So it is not that you have to solve it completely. Only you check the entries, and as per that you compare and get the answer. So the value of x comes as 9 and y is equal to 14. So substituting the value here, you will get a square minus 9a plus 14 times I is equal to null matrix. Now this is the equation what we have obtained. Now what to do? Using this equation you have to get the value of A inverse. Now using this condition you have to get the value of A inverse. So we will be pre-multiplying or post-multiplying it by A inverse. But I have told you it is not that whenever required you can multiply it by A inverse. You need to check it whether A inverse exists or not. And for checking of A inverse, you have to check whether it is a singular or a non-singular matrix. So for that, let us find out determinant of A. What is determinant of A? It's 4, 3, 2, 5. So it's coming 20 minus 6, it's 14. That means not equal to 0. So this way A inverse exists. So this condition is very important. Now pre-multiply or post-multiply equation 1 by A inverse. So let us go for post-multiply this time. So post-multiplying equation 1 by A inverse. So what you will get? A square you can write it as A into A inverse minus 9 times A into A inverse plus 14 times I into A inverse, and this is equal to null matrix into A inverse. Now we'll be using the concept. A into A inverse is identity, here also identity, here A inverse, this is null matrix. So IA minus 9 times I plus 14 times A inverse is equal to null matrix. Now let us rearrange it. So 14 times A inverse, this is equal to 9I minus AI, or you can write it as A. Finally, A inverse is 1 by 14 times 9i minus A. Now this is the formula of A inverse for this particular question. Now it's quite simple now. Substitute the value. So 9 times I, so it's 9 times 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 minus A. What's A? A is 4325. Now calculate it and write down the answer. So it's A inverse will be 1 by 14 times. Let us calculate it directly. This is 9 minus 4, it's 5. 0 minus 3, it's minus 3. 0 minus 2, it's minus 2. 9 minus 5, it's 4. So this is the answer of A inverse. So I hope children the method is clear to everyone. Okay. So now I will move to the next topic, that is solving the linear equation by matrix method. Now this is a very important topic. In CBSE board examination, earlier the particular topic weightage was 6 marks, but last year the pattern changed. Last year also we got a question of 5 marks from particular this part, that is solving the linear equation by matrix method. So by this only you can understand the importance of this particular part. Now this particular question, you have to go by all the concept whatever you have learned in matrices and determinant. Like you have to find out determinant of the square matrix. You have to find out A inverse. For A inverse definitely you will calculate, you will find adjoint, and then matrix multiplication is required here, and lastly you will be applying the concept of equal matrix. So this particular part, matrix multiplication, matrix method, is combination of all these concepts. So I will be telling you the entire procedure of matrix method, and then we'll do the question based on this. Now see here, a very important application of matrix, that is solving the simultaneous linear equation. So solution of simultaneous linear equation. Simultaneous linear equation by matrix method. Matrix method. Okay. So let us take 3 linear equations with 3 unknown. So let the equation be a1x plus b1y plus c1z is equal to d1, a2x plus b2y plus c2z is equal to d2, a3x plus b3y plus c3z is equal to d3. See the procedure what I am telling you, you can use this method for n linear equations with n variable. But in your syllabus you will be expecting questions with 2 equations or 3 equations. Maximum it will go up to 3 equations. So these are the 3 equations. System of linear equation is consistent if it has one or more solution, and it is inconsistent if there is no solution. Okay. Now see the procedure. Since the method is matrix method, that means definitely we are going to use the matrix here. So this 3 equations we can write it down in the form. The first one is a square matrix of the coefficient. So see the coefficient of the first one, a1, b1, c1, that you will be writing down the first row. The second row will be A2, B2, C2. Third row will be A3, B3, C3. So this is a square matrix of the coefficient of the three equations. Then comes a column matrix. Now the column matrix will be the matrix of the unknown, that means the variables. So here three variables are involved, x, y, z, so that you will be writing down in the column. Column matrix means a matrix having a single column is known as column matrix. This is equal to column matrix of the constants, so it's D1, D2, D3. Now see the matrix. These three equations you can write it down in this particular form. Now the question is whether we can write it or not. We can write it down or not. Yes, it is. When you will multiply the two matrix and when you will compare this with this, you will be getting all the three equations. That means definitely all these three equations we can write it down in this particular matrix. So let this be matrix A, square matrix of the coefficients of x, y, z. The column matrix, let it be termed as capital X, and let this be B. That means we can write this as AX is equal to B. Let it be equation 1. So this is the first step. So what is the first step? You will be writing down the equation in the form of matrix equation AX is equal to B, where A is the square matrix of the coefficient, X is the column matrix of the unknown, and B is the column matrix of the constant values. Okay. Now see, if Ax in the form Ax is equal to B, if B is equal to 0, then it is called as homogeneous system. And if B is not equal to 0, then it is called as non-homogeneous system. So here we'll be solving non-homogeneous system by which method? By matrix method. Now see the procedure. The very first step after writing down the equation in the form Ax is equal to B will be, you will find determinant of A. Determinant of A you will find. Then two cases arises. Either determinant of A is not equal to 0 or determinant of A is equal to 0. I hope children you are understanding this. So after writing this in the form Ax is equal to B, you will find out determinant of A. There can be two cases, either it is not equal to 0 or it is equal to 0. Now if suppose determinant of A is not equal to 0, then definitely it implies that A inverse exists. This is a very important condition, as you know. Moreover, the system of equation is consistent with unique solution. If determinant of A is not equal to 0 means A inverse exists, and moreover the system of equation is consistent with unique solution. Now this only is there in the syllabus, in your CBSE board syllabus. Okay, but let me explain this also. But if determinant of A is equal to 0, this means the system of equation is either consistent with infinite many solution, or the case is of no solution. That means it is inconsistent. Okay. Now see, if it is not equal to 0, then definitely you will be getting one unique solution. Unique solution you will get. But if it is not equal to 0, two cases are there. It can be infinite or it can be no solution. So let me tell you the second part and then we'll come to the first part. If determinant of A is equal to 0, then the system of equation is either consistent with infinite many solution or it's no solution. In that case, if B condition is existing, in that case you will find adjoint of A into B. Now if adjoint of A into B is equal to 0, then it's a case of infinite many solution. And if adjoint of A into B is not equal to 0, then it is a case of no solution. So I hope children you are getting all this clear. So this way this can be done. Now we'll come to the first part. What is the first part? If determinant of A is 0 is not equal to 0. So we'll come back to the first one. If determinant of A is not equal to 0, then A inverse exists, system of equation is consistent with unique solution. Now in this particular condition, the procedure will be pre-multiply equation 1 by A inverse. So that is equation 1. So let us go for pre-multiplication. So it's A inverse into AX is equal to A inverse into B. Now when a matrix is multiplied to its inverse, then we get identity. So it's IX is equal to A inverse into B. And finally you will get X as A inverse into B, and let it be equation 2. Now after this step, everything is clear now. What you will do? You will find out A inverse. For A inverse, determinant of A is required, which already you have calculated. For A inverse you need adjoint. So for that you will find out the cofactors. So after finding out A inverse, you will put A inverse here in the proper place, multiply it, and finally there is a equal sign here. So we'll be applying the concept of equal matrices, and that way the unknown values X, Y, Z you can evaluate. So this is the complete procedure of solving linear equation by matrix method. Now this particular question, the particular matrix is having all the concept like finding out determinant, finding out inverse. For inverse adjoint is required. Then finally you will be multiplying and then applying the concept of equal matrix. So this is a complete question, and if it comes then definitely for 5 marks as per the new marking scheme. Okay children, so now let me take an example for this. Okay, so write down the next, we'll do the question based on this. So the question is, using matrix method, solve the following equation. Using matrix method, solve the following equation. Okay, so the equation is given over here. X plus Y plus Z is equal to 3. This is the first one. 2x minus y plus z is equal to minus 1. And the third is 2x plus y minus 3z is equal to minus 9. Now see, the question is using matrix method solve the equation. That means it is mandatory to use matrix method. Okay, fine. So let us start now. First of all, we can write the above equation in the form Ax is equal to B. So for that, this is the square matrix of the coefficients. So when you will copy down the coefficients, you should be very much concentrating on this. So what are the coefficients here? 1, 1, 1. So this will be the first row. The second row coefficients are 2, minus 1, 1. So it's 2, minus 1, 1. The third row coefficients are 2, 1, minus 3. So this is done. This is the square matrix A. Now column matrix of the unknown, this is x, y, z. And the column matrix of a constant, it is 3, minus 1, minus 9. That means the above equation will write it down in the form of matrix. So this is what? This is A matrix. this is X matrix and this is B. So finally we get here AX is equal to B and let it be equation 1. Okay. So now what to do? You will find out determinant of A. So it's determinant 1 1 1, it's 2 minus 1 1, 2 1 minus 3. Now you very well know how to expand it. With the help of any row or any column you can go for the expansion. So it's 1 into, this is 3 minus 1, it's 2, minus 1 into, minus 6 minus 2, it's minus 8, 1 into 2 plus 2, it's 4. So finally it comes like 2 plus 8, 10, 10 plus 4 is 14. So this is not equal to 0. Now you will write down here. This means A inverse exists. Moreover, the system of equation is consistent with unique solution. Or simply if you are writing that it has a unique solution, then also it's okay. Now what to do? As A inverse exists, will be pre-multiply equation 1 by A inverse. So it means A inverse AX is equal to A inverse into B. Finally, we will reach to the conclusion X is equal to A inverse into B and let it be equation 2. So the second part is also done. Now we will reach to the next part of finding out A inverse. Now for finding out A inverse you need the cofactors. So let us find out C11. Now C11, what is it? It's 3 minus 1, it's 2. C12 minus sign you will be placing. So it's minus 6 minus 2, it's minus 8. So C12 is plus 8. C13, what about C13? It's 2 plus 2, it's 4. See, in the last video I have explained you, I have told you, you can check whether the determinant as well as the cofactors what we are calculating is correct or not. So for that one method I have told you, that is basically a property of determinant, the very first property of determinant. What that property says? Row wise or column wise, when the element is multiplied to its cofactor and when it is added, you will get a determinant of A. So by this property, you can verify whether both are correct or not. So immediately you will be doing this. So it will be a part of the procedure only. So let us go for this. Row wise you do it. So it's 1 into 2, 2 plus 8, 10, 10 plus 4, it's 14. It is absolutely correct. That means determinant is correct as well as the cofactor what you have calculated, it is also correct. So the first row cofactor is done. Now likewise we will move to the next row. C21 you will be placing a minus sign. So C21 it's minus 3 minus 1, it's minus 4. So the answer is plus 4. C22, second row second column, it's minus 3 minus 2, it's minus 5. C23 minus sign you will place. So C23 it's 1 minus 2, it's minus 1. So the answer is plus 1. Let us check it fast. Second row element multiplied by the second row cofactor. So it's 2 into 4, 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 plus 1, it's 14. That means the second row cofactor is absolutely correct. Now we'll move to the third row. C31. What about C31? Calculate it. It's 1 plus 1, it's 2. C32 you will place a minus sign. So what is C32? It's 1 minus 2. It's minus 1. So the answer is plus 1. And the last one C33. What about C33? It's minus 1 minus 2. It's minus 3. Now let us check it. 2 into 2 4. 4 plus 1 5. 5 plus 9 it's 14. That means all the cofactors are correct. Okay, now we'll write it down, adjoint. So what's adjoint of A? So adjoint of A, straight away what to do? You will be writing down the first column here, second and third. Okay, so let us do it. So it's 2, 8, 4. This is 4 minus 5, 1. This is 2, 1 minus 3. Now write down A inverse. A inverse is 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. So it's coming 1 by 14 times the matrix 2, 4, 2, 8 minus 5, 1, 4, 1 minus 3. So just now we got the value of A inverse. So now what is the next procedure? Put the value of A inverse in 2. So this is equation 2. X is equal to 1 by 14 times matrix A is 2, 4, 2, 8 minus 5, 1, 4, 1 minus 3 into the column matrix. The column matrix is B matrix here. So it's 3 minus 1 minus 9. Okay. Now what next? Multiply and then finally compare. So I will be rubbing this part. So multiply. What is X matrix? X matrix is the column matrix of the unknown. So X, Y, Z, this is equal to 1 by 14 times. Multiply the 2. So it's 2, 4, 2. First row will be multiplied with a single column here. So it's 2 into 3 is 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 minus 18. It's minus 16. Okay. Now the next row. 8 3 is a 24. 24 plus 5. It's 29. 29 minus 9. It's 20. So it's 20. What about the last one? 4 3 is a 12. 12 minus 1, 11. 11 plus 27. Once again you see 11 plus 27. How much it is? It's 38. Now on comparing, the value of X is equal to minus 16 by 14, which you can write it as minus 8 by 7. The value of Y is 20 by 14, that is 10 by 7. Okay. And Z is, the value of Z is 38 by 14, it's 19 by 7. So this is the value of X and Y, X, Y, Z. Now after getting the answer, you should definitely check it whether it is correct or not. So what to do? You will be taking all these values and put it in either of the equation. The very first equation was X plus Y plus Z is equal to 3. Let us check this. Substitute the value. How much you are getting? So it's minus 8 by 7 plus 10 by 7 plus 19 by 7. So minus 8 plus 10, it's 2. 2 plus 19 is 21. 21 by 3, 7 is 3. Yes, it is. Okay. But if suppose you are getting the value of X, Y, Z wrong, means it is not satisfying the equation, then you have to check where you have done the mistake. So how you will be identifying? See, this up to this step you have already checked. It is all correct. Why so? Because there you have checked the cofactor and the determinant. Using which formula? Using the formula row wise or column wise, when the element is multiplied to its cofactor, the sum is equal to determinant of A. Using this concept, we have already verified that till A inverse the value is absolutely correct. Then where the chances are? Chances are doing multiplication, somewhere you have done made wrong, or by comparing or dividing, somewhere you have made mistake. So you have to check that particular part. Now this entire procedure is what called as, this is the matrix method, and the weightage of this particular question in board examination, it is of 5 marks. So I hope children the procedure is understood now. Okay, so let us do another question. The next question. Question is find or solve the following equation given here. Just a second. Question is to find out the value of x, y, z, that means solve the equation. If A is equal to matrix 1 minus 1 0, 2 3 4 0 1 2 and B is matrix 2 2 minus 4 minus 4 2 minus 4 2 minus 1 5 are the two square matrices. A is 1 minus 1 0, 2 3 4 0 1 2. B matrix is 2 2 minus 4 minus 4 2 minus 4 2 minus 1 5 are the two square matrices. Question is, first you will find out AB. Find AB and hence solve the equation, and hence solve the equation. X minus y is equal to 3. 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 17 and y plus 2z is equal to 7. This is different from the earlier question. Now see what is the procedure, what to do. Firstly, what is it? It is asked to find AB. Okay, let us find out AB. Multiply the two. And whatever the result you will get, that you will be using to solve this. So place the matrices in their position. So what is A matrix given over? 1 minus 1 0, it's 2 3 4 0 1 2. And B matrix is 2 2 minus 4 minus 4 2 minus 4 2 minus 1 5. Let us multiply. The same procedure. The row of the first is multiplied to the column of the second. Okay, fine. So it's 1 into 2 2. 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 0, so it comes like 6. 2 into 2 4. 4 minus 12 minus 8 plus 8, it's 0. This is 0. Minus 4 plus 4, this is 0. Now moving to the next column. 1 into 2 2 minus 2 0 plus 0, so it's 0. 2 2s are 4. 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 0 plus 2 minus 2, 0. Now the last column, minus 4 plus 4 plus 0, it's 0. Minus 8 minus 12, it's minus 20 plus 20 is 0. Now the last row, last column, it's 0. Minus 4 plus 10, it's coming 6. Now see the product, what we are getting? AB is equal to 6 times I. And let it be equation 1. Is that okay? So A into B is equal to 6 times I and it is let it be equation 1. Okay. Now what to do? You have to use this result for solving this. So now come back to this question. You have to solve this equation. X minus y is equal to 3, 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 17, y plus 2z is equal to 7. So the procedure, how to start? You will write it down the equation in the form of matrix. And what is the square matrix obtained here? See the square matrix. The coefficient it is 1 minus 1 0, 2 3 4 0 1 2. Now let us identify out of the two matrix which one is matching there. So here you see the A matrix is matching from the matrix which is obtained, which will be obtained here. That means you can write this equation as AX is equal to, now instead of writing B matrix we will be using C because already B is given over here. So we can write the equation as AX is equal to C, or the other way you can write The equation here, this equation you can write it as 1 minus 1 0, 2 3 4, 1 0 0 1 2 into the column matrix x y z, and this is equal to 3 17 7. So this is A matrix, let it be X, and this is C matrix. That means you are getting equation 2 as Ax is equal to C. Let it be equation 2. Now with the help of this first and the second, you have to get the value of x. So for that, let us find out determinant of A first. So what's determinant of A? Determinant of A is 1 minus 1 0, 2 3 4 0 1 2. Let us solve this. So this is 1 into, delete the row and the column, it's 6 minus 4, it's 2, minus of 1 into, so it's minus of minus 1, right? So it's minus of minus 1 into 4 minus 0, it's 4, and the last term is 0, so that way it's coming 6, which is not equal to 0. This means A inverse exists. A inverse exists. Moreover, the system of equation has unique solution. So now we'll be using this A inverse here. So let me rub this part. As A inverse exists, so pre-multiplying equation 1 as well as equation 2 by A inverse. So if you are pre-multiplying equation 1 by A inverse, then what is the result? AB is equal to 6 times I. Let us pre-multiply. It's A inverse AB is equal to 6 times A inverse into I. This is identity. So IB is equal to 6 times A inverse, or you can write A inverse as B by 6, and let it be equation 3. Now the same procedure you will be applying to the second equation. AX is equal to C. Pre-multiplying it, A inverse AX is equal to A inverse into C. So IX is equal to A inverse into C. So finally XC is A inverse into C. Now what to do? Take this A inverse, put it here. So we'll reach to the conclusion X is equal to 1 by 6 times B into C. Now this formula here you will be using for finding out the X matrix, that means the column matrix XYZ. So now this is almost, we reached to the last part now. Now what to do? We'll be substituting the value of B and C here. So X is equal to 1 by 6 times B into C. Substitute the value. So it's 1 by 6 times. What is B matrix? It is already known. It's 2, 2, minus 4, minus 4, 2, minus 4, 2, minus 1, 5, into C matrix is that one, the column matrix of the constant, it is 3, 17, 7. Now, X matrix means the column matrix of the constants, the unknown, this is 1 by 6 times. Now multiply and then compare and get the value of X, Y, Z. So let us multiply. It's 6 plus 34. It's 40. 40 minus 28. 40 minus 28. It's coming 12. Okay. The next one. Minus 12 plus 34. Is it so? Minus 12 plus 34. So how much it is? It is 22. 22 minus 28. It's minus 6. So here you will write down minus 6. Now the last one, 3 into 2, 6, minus 17, it's minus 11. Minus 11 plus 35, it's 24. Now compare and get the value of xyz. So on comparing, the value of x is 12 by 6, it's plus 2. Value of y is minus 6 upon 6, it's minus 1. And the value of z is 24 upon 6, it's 4. So I hope children this is clear to all. So this way you will be proceeding. So this was a little different question what we have done in the first one. That was the matrix method, where in this particular method you are not requiring the formula of A inverse, right?